these are my guitar goals for 2023, and this video will be a reminder for myself to keep me accountable as the year goes on. But I thought it was worth sharing them with you, and maybe why not, we can even create a practice routine for the year based around some of these goals. So I want you to know what I'm not gonna mention today. So I'm not gonna mention skill practice, chords, sight reading and music theory, but feel free to include them in your practice routine or in your guitar goals for the year if they are relevant to you. So the first goal for the year is fretboard visualization, which means a bunch of different things depending on your level. For me, for example, it will be exploring more and more the fretboard and trying to find, for example, new and alternative voicings to chords that I use all the time. But if you are more of a beginner, you may look at this goal as like becoming quicker at identifying the names of the notes on the neck, or maybe understanding the degrees that you play when you play triads or scales. So making sure that anytime you play something, you can name the notes that you're playing, and you can even understand what degree you are playing related to the chord or the scale or the key. Trust me guys that this is a never-ending journey, and you can always improve the way you visualize the fretboard and identify the things that you play, or maybe you can become quicker, or maybe you can create different parts and references while you explore the fretboard. So the second goal for this year will be writing music. Ideally, that should be done 10 minutes a day, every day, even if that means just writing down a line or possibly writing down a chord progression or making some progress on the beats that you make if you guys are into beat making, for example. But I think it's a good habit to have if we can create something every day, and this sometimes literally only takes 10 minutes, even 5 minutes if you like, but you should always be creating something with your guitar. And my suggestion is make sure that you write chord progressions, because everything starts from there. So the next goal is improving my music production and video production skills. In 2023, you can't be a good musician if you don't also explore music production and video production, because these days, music, anything you make and anything you create and play needs to be seen on social media. And to do that, you need to be good at music making and also good at video making. So getting deeper into how to use cameras, lights, backgrounds, editing softwares and syncing with the audio, and also getting the best audio possible for the platform you're gonna use for social media purposes. So recording yourself is also a very good way to judge your progress. Right? Because if you constantly see yourself playing, you will realize what you still need to work on, and you will also see the progress that you make with time. So my advice, especially if you're getting started with video production, is to make one video a day. Even if that means getting started with your phone and making a short video that you post on TikTok or other social media, make sure that you make one video a day, and then spend some time on the editing, spend some time on the audio quality, because after all, we are musicians and we need to make a difference in the social media by creating content that not just looks good, but it also sounds good. Now, the next guitar goal for 2023 is repertoire. And what I mean by repertoire is expand our repertoires, making sure that we can play as many genres as possible. And I mean by heart, without really needing tabs, scores, or anything. It's just something that we should have ready under our fingers, because when the time comes to play with somebody, with your friends, a jam session, a gig, or anything really, it is only important what you remember by heart. You often don't have the chance to check for chords or keys of the songs that you want to play, and all it matters is what you have ready. Licks, solos, songs. What makes a huge difference is improving in all this by expanding your repertoire, reviewing your repertoire, and making sure that we always learn new music. And if one of your goals is to improve your R&B and Neo Soul skills on guitar, check out my course R&B and Neo Soul acoustic guitar, which is available on Skillshare, and it's also available on Udemy. So you can either stream it on Skillshare, and if you follow the link in the description below, you get 1 month free on the entire platform, or you can buy it all together on Udemy at the best price available if you click the link in the description below. Now, another goal for the year is work on technique, guitar technique. So in my case, I've decided that will be exploring even more the chord melody, which is a technique that I love, and it consists in putting together chords and melodies together, as the name suggests, to play a song and with one guitar essentially deliver both the rhythm part with the chords and the melodic part. Now, this technique is extremely popular in jazz guitar, but it is also very popular when you play finger-picking acoustic guitar. So I would like to explore it even more this year and possibly bring even more tutorials on this channel about that. But for you, it may be a different technique. So just pick one technique where you feel you want to improve and work on that technique and make it your technique of choice for this year. And now one more goal for 2023, which is working on the guitar sound. Now this may mean something very different for me and for you because it all depends on the gear that you have available, on your personal preference, but I think that exactly like for music production and video production, you can't be a musician in 2023 without really working on the guitar sound, on the sound of your instrument. And we have so many tools available today, which go from analog to digital. They go from pedals and amps to profilers and modelers and so many other things like audio interfaces with presets and plugins. Now, you guys may know that in the last year, I've been using a Kemper, particularly a Kemper Stage, and I want to improve on that because that machine allows you to do so many more things than the things that I currently do. I want to learn all of the functions that I still don't know too well, and I want to create a library with my favorite sounds of all styles ready to go for anything I want to play. And I want to do that for electric guitar as well as acoustic guitar. You can work on the sound of an acoustic guitar as well, particularly if you plug the acoustic guitar in and possibly if you use something called impulse responses, which in my opinion are one of the best things available these days. So it's important that you know how to use an acoustic guitar with actual microphones, but when you play live, chances are you won't be using a microphone, you will be using the pickup of your guitar connected to a PA, possibly via a DI. So if you have a really good sound with all of your effects and an impulse response, which literally responds the way you want when you play the guitar, when you play the acoustic guitar, your sound is gonna be on another level. I'll make sure to keep you posted on this and all of the other goals as the year goes on. But if you want to see a detailed practice routine that I've prepared for myself and it may be helpful for you too, head to my Patreon page where you will find all of these goals organized in my new practice routine for 2023. And now just one final thought, which is make sure that you keep a guitar always around because the consistency will always pay off, and if you have a guitar always around, ready to go, you will just play more and you will see more results. That being said, guys, let me know in the comments if you have other guitar goals that I haven't included for this year.